Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Tuesday, and all of our guests today, including Neil McEvoy of the BC Lions, standing by. Brought to you by Delaney's OK Tire. In business for over 20 plus years, OK Tire is Canadian-owned, operated from coast to coast. Clayton and Brett Delaney are second-generation owners, and they handle all the major tire brands as well as custom wheels and suspension, leveling kits and lifts and full mechanical services. Get your car tuned up, oil change, you name it. Visit them at 19863 Fraser Highway in Langley. Big day for the Lions on Saturday. They are in Saskatchewan, the CFL West Division semifinal. Here to talk about it, BC Lions Co-General Manager Neil McEvoy. Neil, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
Thanks for having me on, guys. It's always great to come on a November day to talk about football, Canadian football, American football. Doesn't matter. Let's talk. How you guys doing?
Let's go with Canadian football. What's your confidence level going for your team, like going into Regina, coming off the win over Montreal?
Yeah, that's the key, coming off the win against Montreal. Montreal, arguably one of the best teams in the Canadian Football League, and we handled them quite easily, to be quite honest. And you can say what you want. Oh, they were playing their backups. They weren't in. Well, guess what? Now they've lost 2 in a row, so they're nervous, and we've won 1 in a row, and now we're excited about going to Saskatchewan and showing their fans what the BC Lions can do, which is a lot better than what we did the last time we were there.
Well, I was just going to bring that up. Let's go back a few weeks. You lose, and it was an important game, 39-8 in Regina. Yeah. Sorry to bring it up, Neil, but what did you learn? What did you learn in that game, on that day?
Well, I mean, it started off by that ridiculous pick that you couldn't even, redo. I mean, off his hands, off his foot, off someone else's helmet. Like, that's not going to happen again. Justin McInnes fumbling the ball on their 35-yard line when we're driving to go tie the game. I don't believe that'll happen again. So, I mean, and it's pro football. Things got out of hand, and then they started piling on the numbers. So, up until the 3-minute warning of the first half, we were down by 8. So I know it got out of hand at the end, and, unfortunately, they didn't lay off the gas, which is pro football. And like I say, I think our guys are going to be ready. They're excited about going and showing, everybody that that wasn't our team. We were on a little bit of a down spiral there, but we've picked ourselves up. We beat a good Montreal team. And so, again, guys are excited about going into Regina and playing the West Semi and, preparing for Winnipeg the following week.
Neil, Vernon Adams, he was 5-1 at one point, and then Nathan came back. He's regained the quarterback position. Where's your confidence with him heading into Regina?
I have full confidence in all our quarterbacks, actually. I mean, all 3 of those guys play at a high level. Obviously, Vernon brought a little bit of excitement to our team, which we needed, and that's why Coach felt going with him this week was going to be the key to success, which, you know what, they're both great quarterbacks. I've said that since the beginning. Having 2 first-class, top-ranked quarterbacks in the league is almost what you need to win. So we're going to go with the best hand right now, which is in the eyes of Coach Campbell, Vernon Adams. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
Neil, are you surprised Nathan has struggled the way he has? What would be some of the reasons in your mind? I mean, 4 touchdowns, 9 picks. Certainly didn't expect that.
Yeah, I don't know if the word is struggle. I mean, even the game we won or lost a couple weeks ago, he actually was 12 for 12 throwing the ball. So the reality is that he's just had so much offensive directions being pulled in so many different directions, so many different teams. And maybe our expectations when he first got here were just unrealistic. And so, you know what, if you came to our meeting today and saw him work, he is dedicated. He is wanting to win football games. And, right now that means Vernon's at the helm and he's number 2. But you know what? He is ready to go. And, again, I think what happens is that when you get pulled in so many different directions and so many different offenses, it's as we see now, it's almost impossible for him, even though our expectations were that he's going to be able to come in and finish off where he was the last time he was here, and that's obviously not the case. So we're lucky that we have 2 guys back there that are able to lead us.
Okay, and Neil, speaking of leaders, Justin McInnes, you talked about him earlier, ends up leading the Canadian Football League in receiving yardage. He is your most outstanding player for this season, 2024. What does he mean to your football club going into this game against his old team?
Yeah, honestly, we got him. Saskatchewan didn't want him. No one wanted him. We got him off the scrap heap because we felt, you know what, this guy could add some, length and height, and he catches the ball well. I don't know why teams don't like him, but we brought him in, and guess where he is? He's now our top receiver, which, you know what, he's going to have a good game, which we know he can. He's played like that all year. He's such a big guy. He's like a big basketball player underneath the hoop. Just give him the ball. I know that's old school basketball. Now they just throw threes from the middle, but you know what? He's a big time, player that's really tough to defend because usually those little DBs are a little bit smaller, a little quicker. He's fast. He's big. He's got that size. So we're going to have to use that to our advantage this weekend.
Yeah, Canadian leading the CFL in receiving yardage. Neil, all the best on Saturday. Thanks for doing this, sir.
Thanks, guys. Have a great show. I look forward to talking to you again. Bye, Rick. See you at Grey Cup week, buddy.
You got it, Neil. You got it. Hey, get me my seat, my Grey Cup seat, Neil. Work on it. Let's go.
Party Friday night. I need you at. But
yeah, he's not talking about a seat in the stadium, Neil.
I partied with you. No more. I can't handle it. I'm getting too old.
Thanks, guys.